Now everyone do it. How is everyone?
Yeah.
There you go. That's
Back
good.
and passing in again.
Yeah, back again.
Last year.
Last year was rough. Parking was like more than the tickets to get into the con.
Yeah.
So this is how this is gonna work. I don't have anything to say. So I want questions from you guys, and then I'm gonna do my best to make an entertaining panel out of that. We'll see how that works. But for any kids that are here, you get free candy because you're a kid, and then anyone who asks a question or answers a question also gets candy. So, if you want it, that is. And it's good stuff too, it's not that cheapy stuff. We got all this for Kim and I got this for a house party we had, and no one ate it because everyone's healthy. They ate healthy snacks. So, because we thought they would eat it. We were wrong. Yeah, you can have one. So, do you have a question?
What's your favorite game on the Nintendo Switch so far?
Breath of the Wild would be my favorite. Yes.
Was there ever a time you actually ate something like so much of it that you actually lost your favorite?
Every year you ask the most random questions. Speaking of candy, when I used to go to my grandparents' house, we weren't allowed candy at home, and my grandparents would always have this exact setup in their house, and me and my brother would go to town on it, because it'd be the only time we'd get to eat it, and we would 100% throw up every single time. My parents hated my grandparents. Well, I do, so. Well, combined that. Alright, a little more questions. Kid in the middle in the back, I'm looking at you.
Why'd you put Fortnite in the A tier?
Wow, that's coming from like a 12-year-old. I said in the video, it's free, it's not bad, and it's better than Xenoblade, so... And everyone leaves the panel. Yeah.
Your old games in Australia?
Mm-hmm. We're not there anymore.
They're not there anymore?
No, they're in my house now.
That was my question, when are they going to come to your house?
Yeah, no, I did that video. Yeah, I don't know when that was. That was the old house before it flooded. Yeah, no, we got it. It was one of the top, I mean, all of them were kind of handled terribly, and one of the tubs was broken, and a lot of stuff had fallen out, but that was like my personal effects tub, so I lost some, like, I don't even really know, but I didn't lose any games, so that's all that matters. So, yeah, no, I have it all, and now there's way too much stuff in the house. Yeah?
Are we still mourning the loss of the Zelda standee?
I salvaged the Zelda part, and he's like pinned up on my wall opposite the camera where you can't see it, just because that's where it made sense to put him. So, no, no, a little bit, yeah. Yeah?
Now I'm playing Breath of the Wild. What is your favorite Legend of Zelda game?
Ocarina of Time, which is like tied with Breath of the Wild for favorite game. I can never decide between the two. Yeah?
Pokemon Sword and Shield, what's going to be your starter?
Probably Soul. I just think he looks cute. Yeah. I don't, like, the new starters are kind of eh. I'm more excited for the, like, Wooloo, I'm pretty excited for. And then the Nightcrow looks awesome. And even that, like, Bowser Ninja Turtle looking thing looks really good. I always find the most random Pokemon in these games to be my favorite, and it's never the starters anymore. In the last one, it was that Charbug, whatever it was called. I think it was called Charbug. It was literally a bug that is a bus. He was a bus bug. Like, he was a green bus. It's so stupid, but amazing. I beat the Elite Four with him. He's supposed to evolve if you go to a certain place, but I never went there, so I just had a bus bug. Yeah, well, the bus bug video. Any other questions? Yeah?
Do you ever feel burnt out from YouTube, or like...
Yeah, like every day. Literally every day. Kim will tell you. It's like, yeah, every day. It's like, as soon as I start making the video, I'm usually good. But then once it's over, I'm like, oh yeah, And then I usually do it again the next day. It's a constant burnout, but it's very rewarding, so.
Some of your favorite original Game Boy games?
Tetris. I mean, it's like literally like a Tetris machine. And yeah, Tetris. There you go. That's it. Number one, tier list. Tetris and Fortnite. Yeah.
Did you see the Google Stadia thing?
Yeah, and I reacted to it in a video that I put up yesterday. Someone didn't watch it. No, yeah, I'm not gonna get into it, but I did like a whole 10-minute thing. I don't think that it's that bad. I don't think it's as bad as everyone made it out to be. I just think it's way too early right now for it to be successful. But I just think it's kind of naive to think that it's not the way games are trending. I mean, it's the way everything has gone, music and TV shows and movies. Eventually, one day there's going to be gaming streaming services. Whether you choose to use them or not is dependent on if you want to collect physical media or not. I know I'm going to be collecting the physical, but there's people out there that can actually use. I mean, Xbox tried to do this with Xbox One, like, what, 4 years ago? Yeah. Now Google's trying. People are just very hesitant, which I get, but it's going to eventually be the norm. Especially when you get like 100 gig downloads on Red Dead Redemption 2 and stuff like that. Anyway, I'm getting into it. It's in the video. Yeah, I'll do you in the front and then behind.
What would you say is the weirdest video game accessory that you bought over the years?
What do you think, Kim? Everyone just turned to look at you right now, by the way. What's the weirdest one we looked at in those videos? The knives are so pointless. I don't get the knives. Didn't you see those ones? Yeah. Everyone seen those ones? Just go. Yeah, the knives are pointless. That weird thing you made me strap around my head and like have the screen right here. Yeah, that was interesting. The VR accessory is a video I haven't made a video on yet. That's a weird way to put that. Just because you have to hold the Lego thing up to your face when you play the games and your Joy-Cons are like right here. It is the most awkward thing in the world. I mean, that's pretty weird. What about you? What's the weirdest thing you found?
Honestly, the only really weird accessory I ever had was a one-handed controller for the PlayStation 1.
Yeah, but you see, I kind of like those. There's a one-handed one for the Switch too. You can like slot the joy. We had a look at it, and you kind of like do like a weird claw thing with it. But it's good for people that are handicapped, only have one hand. I actually had someone. I think it was at DisCon last year. They were like, "Hey, my brother could really use that," and yeah, I showed her, and it's like an $8 3D printed accessory, and he could play Switch now. So it's pretty cool. It's weird, but it's cool.
Yeah,
Behind.
What is your favorite non-Nintendo console and why?
Like currently or just like forever?
Forever.
Oh jeez, non-Nintendo. I don't know. I guess PlayStation 4. No, Xbox 360. 360 was the greatest. I love 360. I played so many games on that thing. I probably have the most games for that other than Switch now. Yeah, that console was my jam. I got 50,000 gamer score that generation. Yeah.
This is about Octopath Traveler?
Yes, I've heard of it.
Yeah. They did a video about it.
Two.
What do you think made that so big and like made so many people love it? And do you think they'll kind of continue to go that direction?
What, like Square would continue to go in that direction, or just
Like,
games?
It's like different games.
I think visually it really stood out to people just because of how visually pleasing it looked. Like the pixel art genre is so overdone at this point, but that one just really stood out from the crowd and was gorgeous. And also it was Square, and Square has made some of the best RPGs in even that genre since the Super Nintendo. So I mean it had an instant draw for both those reasons, and then the last reason was it was just actually a good RPG. And also the fact that it was a Switch exclusive at a time when we didn't have all that many. It was like a perfect storm of a lot of reasons why it did really well. And yeah, they're doing like a mobile Octopath thing, I heard, and then most likely a sequel. I think a sequel is either rumored or confirmed. I can't remember. Someone can probably tell me that. I forget. There's so many things happening these days. Yeah.
Do you like that more possible AAA titles being like phone games now?
No, not really. I mean, it's just kind of a thing where it's like not for me. I'm not playing my games on my phone. I already have my Switch, and it's essentially the same thing, but better for gaming anyway. But yeah, Fortnite.
What are your thoughts on the Pikmin series?
I love it. The third Pikmin was gorgeous and one of the best games on Wii U, and I really hope they're doing a fourth one. I think it makes a lot of sense, but probably won't see it for a couple years, I wouldn't say. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, okay, here we go. What's up?
What was the scariest thing you ever seen as a kid?
Probably Resident Evil 2. Game, I couldn't, every time I got to the liquor, I would just delete my save and start again. I actually started that game like 4 times. I'm not kidding, every time I got to that liquor, I was like, no. Yeah.
Compared to when you started making videos to now, has it gotten easier or not?
Oh, it's gone way harder. When I started it, like nothing mattered. Like no one was watching, like the videos weren't monetized. I could say anything I wanted, do anything I wanted. I didn't have to worry about algorithms, I didn't have to worry about having a good thumbnail, I didn't have to worry about what I said, like it just didn't matter. It was so much easier. But it's, again, so much more rewarding now and so much more fun now because people are watching and enjoying it. And that makes me happy. So. Any other questions? Yeah.
Have your friends from Australia ever wanted to come over to go game chasing with you?
Game chasing, no. I mean, retro gaming and like that kind of thing in Australia isn't very like common. So no. But I actually am finally, I have a friend coming and staying in July who I used to work with, and it's going to be the first person I have seen since I left like 5 years ago. So that'll be fun. He's coming for 4th of July, so I'm going to have to show him what an American does. Whatever that is. Well, I was going to barbecue. I was going to grill up some meat steaks. Should be good. Maybe. Yeah.
Are you going to take the Outback?
Actually, that's a good idea, just because of how hilariously not accurate Outback is. I had never heard of a bloomin' onion before I went to Outback. And a walkabout burger, whatever they call it, is borderline sketchy. Yeah.
Where do you strike the balance between what is popular on YouTube and what you find interesting as far as making content?
I kind of, whenever I want to do something that's not super popular, I either disguise it behind borderline clickbait, or I put it in like a list of some kind. So like I wanted to talk about a bunch of games I've been playing lately, and a couple of them are like on Game Pass, like that Strange Brigade game or whatever it was, or there was another game too. And I didn't have a way of doing it that anyone would watch, so I did that games that haven't disappointed me recently or something like that, and I just like squeeze it into there, and then there's an excuse to talk about it. And I enjoy doing that too, because I mean, yeah, that's what I do.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on the Soulsborne series?
On the what?
Soulsborne series.
Soulsborne series. It's not really for me. I definitely see their merit, and my friends love them, but it's just really difficult. So, I like Bloodborne a lot. Bloodborne was my favorite one. And then actually, Sekiro was awesome. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly.
It wasn't that hard.
Yeah, that's why I loved it. It's still pretty hard though, I mean, come on. Yeah. Oh jeez, there's so many. Probably God of War. I'd have to say God of War. It was just so epic and amazing. Every fight was like a Dragon Ball Z fight, and I loved it. Yeah.
What is the best game on the Nintendo Switch?
I mean, I put 3 in the triple S tier in that video, so I'd probably do a tie between Breath of the Wild, Mario, and Smash, depending on who you are. For me, Breath of the Wild, but I'd give merit to any of them. And then some people would say like Hollow Knight and Celeste, if you want to count those, they're not exclusives, but you know, good games, great games, amazing games. Celeste is great. Played it for like 12 hours on a live stream one day. Yeah.
What is your next physical copy of a Switch game that is indie at the moment that you would really want a physical release?
Okay, so what game isn't physical that I want to get physical? I was gonna say Celeste, but that's coming. Limited run. I bought that. And Hollow Knight, I just got 2. And I don't know. I don't know how to answer that question, so I'm just gonna move on quickly. Yeah, just stuck down there. Yeah, the back.
Is there a game in your retro that you like to see brought, kind of like a revamp or a remaster?
How retro are we talking?
Nintendo 64 era.
Mm-hmm. That I would like to see brought back?
Yeah.
Star Tropics. If we can go all the way back there. If we're going a little bit more recent, I really want an Alan Wake sequel, and it's never going to happen. But I really wanted it. Yes?
Yes, was there a specific game that you were really, really looking forward to, but then just once you got it, played it, were really disappointed?
Resident Evil Raccoon City, Universal Studios. Recently though, I was actually pretty disappointed, and I haven't made a video about it yet, but that recently it was that Dragon Ball card game that came out. I don't know if anyone played that. It just was so overly complicated with its rules, but at the end of the day, it just didn't matter what you did anyway. You could just make any character do anything, and it's probably going to make you win, or like lose. It just seems so random. So yeah, that one. If anyone cares about that game. I thought it looked good. What random question do you have for me this time?
What was the weirdest thing you ever saw?
Well, fun fact, and I think I told you this last year as well, I don't drink. I've been drunk in my life a very small handful of times, and I don't recall seeing anything weird. But I'll tell you that the first time I ever got drunk, fun story to tell her. How old are you, 10? 11, oh, I was way off. The first time I ever got drunk, I barely even knew what drunk was, and I didn't know what my limit was, and I went way past it, and I slept in my friend's driveway, and I woke up being eaten alive by ants. And I had like an hour sleep that night, and I went to work for an 8-hour shift hungover for the first time. And it's miserable. It is miserable. I didn't drink again for like 2 years after that. That's my only, I don't have any drunk fun stories, I'm sorry, disappoint you, 11-year-old. Yeah, go back there.
E3 predictions and hope for it?
Oh, I did that yesterday.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I don't blame you for not watching it. It sucked. No, I mean, yeah. I don't really have many. My main thing going into this year was it's at a weird changeover phase where like Xbox seems to be gearing up for something big, and then PlayStation's gearing up for their new system, and Nintendo has to focus on all of their games that they announced 5 years ago, and now they're like, well, I guess they're coming out soon. So I don't really expect like too much like crazy. So yeah. I was trying to watch the Star Wars trailer, the new Star Wars game, like 20 minutes ago that dropped. It looked pretty good. I don't know if anyone watched it. It was like 20 minutes ago, so I doubt it. But any more questions? Yeah?
Do you have any surprising titles that were made, video game titles that were made because there was a movie made about it, so they made a video game that you actually enjoyed?
I'm so confused.
Games,
What?
Games that were made because a movie was made.
Okay, so like a game based on a movie? Okay, surprising, like actually good? Nope. I can't think of any off the top of my head. Yeah.
Is there anything, what's the thing you're most looking forward to right now?
No one's been getting candy, by the way. If you've asked a question, come get candy. I forgot about that. Sorry to interrupt you. I don't want to take this home. I can't have sugar. Any kids want candy? This is the only time it's appropriate for me to ask that question. What was the question?
What are you looking forward to most right now?
That Star Wars game, after watching the trailer 20 minutes ago, was like throwing his lightsaber and dudes cutting them in half. And honestly, it looked a little bit like a not at all hard Sekiro, the way that he was like fighting this dude that had this like dual like lighting up thing. It wasn't a lightsaber, but he had a lightsaber, and they were like, he went to force pull him towards him, and the dude like shoved this thing into the ground to like make himself stop, and it was intense, man. Can't wait for that now. Can't wait to see how EA rules it with microtransactions.
With
Yeah.
all your experience playing so many video games,
I have a game. I've thought a lot of it through. I even have concept art in my head. And I've become relatively good friends with the guys at Gearbox. If you know the guys at Gearbox, do Borderlands. They're in Frisco. I think that's how you pronounce that, which is like 40 minutes from me. And I've been going back and forth there recently, just hanging out. I got to play Borderlands 3 and stuff like that. And I told them about my game, and they were like, we love it. So, I don't know what that means. I gotta get like funding, I have to do some kind of funding thing for it, actually get concept art and all of that stuff, but yeah. Yeah, it would be more like crowdfunding, like GoFundMe or whatever, so that I could actually like, you know, log people that helped, and then they would get the game when it was ready, stuff like that. But yeah, it's about time. So, yeah. No, there's way more to it, but I don't want to give it away. It's about time and manipulating time, and the overarching like theme and story is you can't fix your past, and you have to look forward. No, it will suck, so I was just, you know, stay away from it. Yeah.
Again, the press list for it?
Yeah, you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, stuff we play.
Yeah?
Playing my stuff.
Yeah, I'll play your stuff.
Just threw some candy.
Yeah, I'll play it.
Yeah.
This is a weird question, but has, like, in the video game has an NPC, like, what they said to you, ever, like, stuck with you, you've done or meaningful? Like,
Took an arrow to the knee. No, not really, actually. There is, I don't know if I should tell that story. No, it's not even that funny, really. I don't know, when you said this, I thought of it. I've been playing Days Gone recently. And that game was really ambitious considering it was from a very small indie studio that made Bubsy 3D. So it's actually pretty crazy when you think about it, what they did with the game, but there was so many weird things about it. You could tell that it was like growing pains in a way. Like when he's riding the bike, and Kim laughed at this with me, he would just yell all of his dialogue, like they only recorded yelling dialogue when he's on his bike because the bike is loud, right? But then it's like they forgot to record yelling dialogue for anyone he's talking to. So it was so much like they'd be like, so what do you think of this thing? And he's like, yeah! Like yelling over the whole moment. It's just so awkward. But in relation to that, there was this one NPC in this town, and she had this story about what she was doing at the time when the apocalypse broke out, and it wasn't a very PG thing. But in this game, whenever someone is cut off, even if it's like right near the end of the story, like something interrupts it, it'll loop back and start the entire thing again. And she never got through her story every time I went through the town. So it was like she just really loved telling that story, and every time I went to the town, she was like, so what was I doing when the apocalypse broke out? I was like, oh man, you're telling this again? I don't know, that made me think of that. Any other questions? Yeah?
What's your favorite GameCube game?
Not Universal Studios. Actually Lost Kingdoms 2. I don't know if you've heard of that or played that. No one has. You have?
Kind of.
It, I just got it with my GameCube. If for some reason it was packaged in, it was so random, I'd never heard of it before. I was like, however old I was back when the GameCube came out, and I just loved it. It's a card-based game, kind of like Bait and Kados, but different. And I just really, really enjoyed it. And then my mom and I ended up driving around to like game traders, I think they were called back then, trying to find the first one for months, and then finally did, and that was great too. But yeah, it's really good. I recommend it. I would recommend it. Yeah. Did you switch seats?
Yeah.
Why?
Throw you off.
Oh, well you did.
What's your favorite JRPG?
Xenoblade 2. Favorite? Jeez, I don't know, man. Final Fantasy 9, I do know. Final Fantasy 9. Also, I like that hat a lot. Where'd you get it?
I think Amazon.
You know, I met the girl that voices Clementine, and then I did a podcast episode with her. She's really nice. Yeah, we're friends. No biggie. Yeah.
I have one. Are there any games where you played them originally and you just had, caught it?
Good.
But you played them originally and you just
Did you catch that one?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, good.
Alright, yeah, I'm ready.
No, what were you gonna say?
No, it's not.
Keep going.
played originally, you hated it, and then you went back and played it a later time, you actually ended up really enjoying it?
There is one, and I'm trying to think of it. There was legitimately one that I hated, and then I tried playing again, and I was like, yeah, this ain't so bad. Oh, Skyrim. Yeah, I hated that the first time, and then the second time I was like, no, you know what, this isn't so bad. I still got bored of it, like 20, 30 hours in, I was like, I don't know, I'm just kind of done. But it was, yeah, it was like the first time I was like, I don't get this. Like, everyone loves this. But yeah, the second time I was like, okay, I get it, it's just not for me. But that's because Eric was actually helping me as well. I'd be like, okay, so how do I do this now? He'd be like, okay, you have to go here. And I was like, I have too much stuff. And he's like, all right, you have to go to this academy, and you have to sign up and like do a magic spell, and then you get access to a locker, and then you can put your stuff in there. I was like, oh my god, thank you. Yeah, anyway, boring story. Yeah, you.
Probably not allowed to say this, but what's your opinion on Borderlands 3?
Oh, I can say it's great, yeah. They're actually really cool about it. Anyone that plays it, they can record it and upload footage and everything. It's not a secret. Now, it's really good. I think it's better than the last one for sure, and I like the second one. It's faster, it's smoother, you can slide now, and that feels really good. There's loads of guns. They said there's over like 1 million combinations of all the stuff, and something that was really fun is like we had finished, because I did it with Dreamcast Guy, we went in and we played for an hour. And we like went through all the campaign and everything that they set up for us, beat some big brain dude that looked like Crane from Ninja Turtles. And then I was like, okay, I've done everything, what now? And he went up and he did like this thing, and he wouldn't show me how he did it, but essentially he just hit this button, he went like that. Every time he did it, a gun dropped right in front of me. And it was just like, he just dropped like 50 guns in front of me, and there was like all the different kinds, and I was just like playing around with all of them. It was pretty cool. So yeah, that was great. Yeah?
I got a two-part question.
Uh-huh.
Because you review video games for a living, basically, and making YouTube videos takes so long, how much time do you spend playing video games, and how often would you say you actually finish a game before moving on to the next one?
Ooh, do I tell you my secrets on that? That's the question. Okay, so if I like love a game, I'm gonna finish it. Fun fact, not fun, I don't know why I said that. This actually is for the other question too, Resident Evil 4. The first time I played that game, back whenever, I was like, I don't get it. Like, this isn't Resident Evil 1, it's not Resident Evil 2, this is it's like action, and I was like, I didn't get it. And I didn't really get past the first area. I never got to even rescuing Ashley, back when that game came out. And then it released on Switch, and I was like, okay, well, everyone was complaining about how bad it controlled, so I wanted to, laugh at it too, and I downloaded it, and I'm like, this controls perfectly fine. And then, Kim will tell you, I was just in bed, I finished it in like 2 to 3 days. I just played through that entire thing and loved it. So like when I find a game I love, I finish it. But for most things, I guess because I'm trying to do so many in the 10 eShop and the list, I played it to a point where I feel like I have a really good grasp on the game and I can talk about the game. If it's like a pretty short game, I'll just power through it and finish it. Most of the eShop indie games, you can finish in like 5 or 6 hours, so I power through those, but yeah. Does that answer your question?
Yes.
I trailed off. I started talking about Resident Evil, and I was like, where am I right now? Yeah.
What's your favorite horse riding game?
My Little Champion Riding Stables Champion. What was that one called again? I always forget. It has such a stupid name. I think it was called My Little Champion something. It kind of help me out here. I mean, y'all watched the video, right?
Sure.
I don't know. It's that one. That one was really good. And I got to actually go and ride a horse. That was interesting. And then I sang my own version of Old Town Road, and that was horrible. And then Old Town Road claimed my video. And then I used the YouTube editor tool to cut out that part of the video, and then they gave me my video back. So now, if you heard that, you're the only one, because no one else will hear it from here. Thank goodness. Fortnite. You made me feel bad, I will make you feel bad.
If I buy your game, will you buy mine?
What's your game?
It's not released yet, but it'll be called Swordbound.
Swordbound. I love it already. Are you bound to a sword? Well, you kind of have to be if it's swordbound, right?
Yeah. I'm sure using a sword as a cane counts as being bound to it.
You're using it as a cane? Well, yeah, that's being swordbound. That's cool. That's
If you let
common.
go of it, you fall. So.
Well, yeah, that is literally swordbound. You did it. What's the rest of the game? I do like that premise.
This is gonna sound stupid. like, hey, you're a monster, and place.
But hopefully they tell you the place, so you
Yes.
you know, search it out.
And one day you're called in by a village to go, because there's a evil wizard attacking them named Karar.
Mm.
You go there, he's powerful, and he defeats you. He curses you, and you have to use your sword as a leg now. And you have to retrieve these special little gem thingies to restore your power and defeat Karar.
Do you fight with your leg sword? How do you fight once you have the leg sword? That's my biggest question.
You pick it up and then almost fall, but then you attack them. But once you get a certain amount of gems, you can stop using the cane and you can just fight normally.
But do I still have the leg sword? Because it sounds cool. I want a leg sword. I want 2 leg swords. And sword arms. I just want to be a big sword guy. No, I actually do really like the premise.
Maybe in the sequel.
Swordbound 2, Return of Sword Leg Man. No, I do like it. That's cool. Round of applause for Swordbound. What's your name? Brayden. Okay, I'll stop calling you Fortnite. How much time do I have left? Oh, wow. Okay, next question. I should have planned something. Yeah.
Alright, so what game are you embarrassed to admit that you actually liked it? Like, had so many negative reviews, but you actually liked it?
Honestly, I made fun in my zombie video of Walking Dead Survival Instinct, but I actually liked some of the gameplay. Not all of it, but it was one of the first zombie games where you could like shoot your crossbow in a zombie and then run up and like pull out the crossbow and then put it back in and like shoot him again. And for some reason I loved that. But the rest of the game was awful, so I don't know. Yeah, any other questions? Running low. Yeah.
Preferred way to play Switch.
Favorite way to play?
Yeah.
Portable, in
Portable.
bed at night.
And
Like I legit get excited to go to bed now because I sit in bed for like 3 hours playing Switch. It's not really even going to bed. But yeah, that's the way I play Switch. Yeah.
What is one game that everybody, like, gives you good reviews, but when you play it, you're like, I don't
Next question.
Favorite Mega Man?
11 was actually pretty good, but 3 is my favorite. Isn't that right? That's the one we finished, right? Yeah, it's probably the easiest one, I think, too. Was that 2 is the easiest one? 2 or 3 is easy, I don't remember. Yeah?
I'm not sure if I missed it, but did you play the expansion pack to Single Player 2?
Yeah, no, I made a video about that. I thought it was a lot better. The Tauna one? Yeah, I thought they a lot of people told me that they took a lot of like the endgame stuff from Xenoblade 2 and they kind of just gave it to you at the start of Tauna or something, or they just like, I don't know, made some quality of life improvements to it. But yeah, I thought it was a lot better. Okay, any more questions? I gotta stand up. I don't sit down in my videos and I'm feeling so lethargic right now, like my muscles are all cramping and there's like candy everywhere. If you want to grab some candy. Right on her head, so that's fine. Trust me, she can take it. She's tough as nails. She starts crying and runs out. Hey, you can have more candy. Hits her in the head again. Yeah, any other questions? This feels better. This feels more energetic. Yeah.
Your top most beautiful game to play, as far as the art goes.
The game of life. Is that a good answer? The game of life. I'm gonna leave it there because it sounds like meaningful, but it's not. Yeah.
So you make your thoughts on Xenoblade 2. Did you ever play Xenoblade X on the video?
Yeah, no, I really like that one. It was very different
Oh, yeah.
than Xenoblade 2. It was a whole different game. I think I was expecting something more akin to that when I played 2. But yeah, no, X was really good. They should port it over, then there'd be a good Xenoblade game on the Switch. Any other questions? Do you have one, Kim? You zoned out? Not even listening? Yeah.
How is like gameplay on the Switch for like the Let's Go ED and Let's Go Pikachu? Like what is your opinion of that?
You're just excited to play it? You just want to buy a Switch. It's really good. I was trying to explain to you the other day about the Pokeball thing. You use it as a controller, and you actually like throw the Pokeball like that. you like don't let go of it though, but you do this thing and you actually throws the ball in the game and then you catch it. You should get it. Yeah.
What is your least favorite accessory for the Nintendo Switch?
Least favorite, Xenoblade 2. Just drive that into the ground at this point. As far as like a practical accessory, I don't really use any. I use that like grip that like gives you handles on the side so your fingers don't get carpal tunnel and then look like arthritis, like the world ends with you gave me. Other than that, I don't really use any other accessories. So I really like the sock covers, like the sock docks that you put over it, like whatever. Next question. Yeah.
What's the game that you would say you've put the most hours into and how many hours?
On Switch or just in general?
In general.
You don't want to know the real answer.
I do.
The real answer is I've put 2,000 hours in the Dota 2. So let's just breeze past that. Any other questions on this side of the room? Yeah.
Subnautica thoughts?
What is that? Did I miss something?
Have you ever heard of Subnautica?
I'm feeling dumb right now. Hands up if you've heard of Subnautica. Oh, jeez. How have you? What is it?
It's an underwater survival game that you crash on a planet and...
What's it on?
PC, Xbox One, and PS4.
But not Switch.
What?
That's why I don't know. If it was Switch, I would have been really embarrassed. I'm less embarrassed now. Is it good?
Yes.
Okay, I'll play it. On PlayStation 4. No, on Xbox One, because it's 4K enhanced. Maybe.
It runs better on PC, though.
Well, I don't. Yeah, PCs. I'll wait till it's on Stadia. Yeah.
Have you ever played Astro Near?
Astro what?
Astro Near?
Near?
Yeah.
No.
It's on the Xbox now.
It's 2 in a row. I'm doing great. No, what's that game about?
No, it's like you're on this planet and I don't know, you can't look it up, but it seems like a really good game that would be good for the Switch. But I don't know if you've heard anything about that. People talking about it.
Y'all ever heard of Risk of Rain 2? Didn't think so. No, that's actually a really cool game. It's in beta right now on PC, and the Gearbox guys helped publish it. Like 2 dudes made it, and it's really fun. It's a roguelike game where you shoot stuff, but it's just stupidly fun. And I'm trying to push them to put it on Switch because it's like perfect for the Switch. Risk of Rain 2. Highly recommend it. Yeah.
Have you checked out TerraTech on the Switch?
Sorry. TerraTech?
Yeah, TerraTech. TerraTech.
No. When did that come out?
About 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no.
Pretty recent.
I'll check it out though. Yeah.
Would, if you weren't a famous YouTuber or something.
I'm not famous YouTuber.
Yeah, you are. But what would be your next career choice?
I mean, honestly, like just video editing in general, I'd probably just do that. I mean, if YouTube ever like went under and for some reason none of you guys wanted to follow me anywhere else, then I would, just become a video editor for like weddings, commercials, stuff like that. I mean, I have a portfolio of like 600 videos at this point. I think I could get work somewhere, hopefully. Otherwise, what was it all for? Yeah.
You got any tips for actually catching Pokemon and that stuff? Because if you like it, I think I'm gonna move my arm like a robot.
No. I never really had too much of the old issue with catching Pokemon. What do you mean, like a robot? You
I can't connect it unless I just...
That's weird, because, no, I was literally just playing like this the whole time.
Oh, you have the Pokeball Plus then.
Oh, yeah, what were you using? Oh, you're using like the whole thing. You can't like go like that with the Joy-Con? You gotta like freaking punch someone? You should try it. I'm pretty sure all you have to do is like a little jabby. Yeah, you don't really have to like, work up a sweat or anything. Like you're playing Beat Saber. Great game, by the way. I love that game. Heard of that one, everyone? Didn't think so. Yeah, in the back.
So, this is a question and a little plug real quick. what's your favorite platformer?
My favorite platformer ever? Jeez, so many other questions. What's the plug? Give me time to think about it.
So, I was about to say that your favorite platformer is about to change because I'm developing a brand new platformer. It's called Dono's Tales. It's a 16-bit platformer inspired by games like Yoshi's Island, Donkey Kong Country, and Mega Man X.
Okay.
I actually have it playable right here in the booth.
What a plug.
If anybody wants
It's
to
like
check
mini
it out,
E3 right here. Everyone go and play this game. What's it
You
called?
say you liked it.
What's it called?
It's called Dono's Tale.
Dono's Tale. Okay, I'll check it out, and everyone else should. Is it going to be on Switch?
Hopefully, there will be a Kickstarter starting this next week. Hopefully get some funding for the game and get it out on Twitch.
Okay, everyone go play this game. I command you. I don't know if that means anything, but... You can take more. Like, there's so much. Any other questions?
Favorite platformer?
Favorite platformer? Yeah, I was hoping to breeze past it. Thanks for bringing that back up. Lion King. The new Donkey Kong was really good. I mean, I think that is a shining example of what platformers should be. I don't know if it's my personal favorite, but I do think it's one of the greatest. So I'm going to say that. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. Yeah.
When do you think we'll get Pikmin 4?
2021. Reggie told me. Yeah.
So what percentage of games are you actually buying or downloading or getting from the Switch store? And and how do you decide which ones to get, which ones to? I assume it's not going to be 100%.
Well, I mean, I haven't calculated the percentage recently, or at all, ever. But essentially, like, if it looks good, I download it. Yeah. Like, I try to be very broad with like what I mean by looks good. Like, if it looks good, but it's not something that I think I would probably still download it just because I need to fill out those 10 eShop videos for stuff. And I'm constantly surprised. I mean, if you've watched those eShop videos, in every one, at least 2 or 3 of the games I start by, this game surprised me. Because that's usually what I do is I download something with the purpose of maybe reviewing it, and then I'm like, oh, surprisingly, I like this. So, yeah, a lot. I mean, a lot. I definitely have somewhere in the realm of 300 Switch games at this point, so. It's too many Switch games. How much time do we have left? Am I doing okay? Yeah. Is this like super boring?
No. 3 more minutes.
Okay, hands up anyone that's actually bored. Wow, jeez. I mean, that's not too bad. 2 out of 10. 10? Why did I say that? I'm gonna move on. Any other questions? Yeah.
Could we get Kim to record you and you ride the horse down the street and do the whole Old Town Road thing?
I don't own a horse. I went and rode a horse temporarily. I didn't buy one for the purpose of that video. So yes, I will do that for you. Question over that side. Yeah.
Favorite YouTuber that you want to collab with?
That I want to collab with? Good Mythical Morning. There's 2 of them technically. It's a whole team of people. Yeah, I'd love to be on their show. I'll say I guess. Did you have one?
Oh, yeah. It's, what do you dislike about the gaming community?
What do I dislike?
Yeah.
Microtransactions.
Where do I go with this? I mean, okay, what I dislike the most is, I'm just gonna do the obvious one, and there's this like whole subsection of a YouTube gaming community that don't actually talk about games, but instead talk about the gaming YouTubers in a very negative way. And I already made that video. And yeah, there's a whole bunch of them, and it seems to be growing every day, and that's what I dislike the most. Because everyone is just such a nice, happy community, everyone is friends. I mean, you come here and you see that. And then there's just like this whole weird little subsection that refuse to talk to us, but instead make fun of us and be big meanies. So, that I guess. And not so much for me anymore, because after I did my video and everything, honestly I found peace with it, and I haven't looked at it, and I just don't care anymore. I said what I had to, and it's so clear the people that you guys just had my back and had everyone's back, and what we did in that live stream, it just made everything worth it. But I know a lot of my friends still get those videos made every day and they don't have that piece that I managed to find, and they deal with it and it sucks. Like, it literally sucks. Like, I'm not gonna name names, but one is in that place I was in, like, and worse. And, you know, we're all trying to help him, but he just can't, he can't turn it off. He can't turn off all those videos that get constantly made. You know, like I don't know. That. Sorry to get sad, but that was that. Let's cheer it back up again. Hey, over here.
What do you think of the Reggie chair controversy?
What is that? Oh, no, I did see that, yeah. How Nintendo didn't buy him a new chair for like 15 years. Yeah, it's just Reggie. He doesn't deserve a new chair. No, I'm kidding. Reggie probably just liked that chair and didn't want to get rid of it. At the back.
Name one good thing about Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
At some point it ends. I never got that. Yeah.
What's a feature you wish was on like the Switch? Like, wish the Switch had?
Well, a feature?
Yeah.
I think I've done one of those recently, right? All the like wants and needs and everything the Switch should have. But the main one, I guess, is a chat system and voice chat system is the biggest one that is just so obviously missing. A D-pad, I mean, a D-pad's, it's nice, but it's not, I don't feel like it's as necessary as other features. But it would be good. Yeah? MMORPG? I don't really play MMORPGs. I got really heavy into Terra at one point. I thought that was cool for a week. Yeah?
How big is the SD card in your Switch?
128, and that's not enough. It's not enough. I want a 1 terabyte, but they're like $500 right now. Yeah?
I know I talked to you about this earlier. You said you haven't been able to play it much lately. What's your main Warframe that you play?
My main Warframe? The one that they gave me for signing my Twitch account, because it looks cool, and like none of the other ones look as cool. Like, am I wrong? I seriously think that one is the coolest. Anyway. At the back.
Yeah, so I've seen in your videos and other YouTubers' videos that you guys kind of like friendly, I'm assuming friendly, diss each other. Like when Arlo put like your hair or whatever.
Yeah, that was great.
And whenever you took Wolf Den's opening. So is it, I mean, I'm assuming you guys are friends, but do you guys like not tell each other like beforehand and just let them see it? So, oh, he got me? Or do you like do it beforehand? Because it's pretty funny, like when you did Wolfden, or like when Arlo came out, like talking in the accent, I was like, this is so funny, I just hope like, it's like friendly.
Yeah, no, it's all friendly. Yeah. Moving on. No, Arlo actually, he messaged me like a week before that, he was like, can I have a picture of your games, like your background? And I was like, okay. I mean, he shoots everything on a green screen, so I 100% saw where that was going. I didn't expect the wig. I didn't know when it was going to drop. But yeah, no, I expected that. It was funny. The Crikey dance was the best thing to come out of it. And then with Wolfden, that was different because we organized that. We like wanted to collab, so we did something on both our channels at the same time.
Yeah.
So yeah, but Wolfden's hilarious. Yeah. Wolfden is a really funny guy.
Which one was the most recent one? I think you and I don't really watch it, but I've seen him, RGB8, I think.
GT85.
Okay, and like you're like, oh, well, my invite must have gotten lost in the mail.
Oh yeah, because Spawnwave didn't invite us to his little E3 prediction video, so we had to do our own.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, the Swoosh one. Anyone? Yeah.
Your most favorite game glitch that you like to go to every time when you play the game?
Game glitch? I don't have one for that. Do people do that?
Yeah, well, there's certain things, like let's say you play Double Dragon on the NES. When you go to the end of the first stage, you go to like this, where the elevator goes, and start floating up and down.
That sounds like your favorite one.
It is my favorite.
My favorite game glitches are the ones I don't expect, like when I fall through the floor randomly, and then have to try and get myself back onto dry land. What game was it? Oh yeah, and also Days Gone, that happened to me a couple times. Yes.
Alright, so on the topic of falling through floors, what's your favorite Ubisoft game?
My favorite one? Mario and Rabbids was really good. I'm gonna say that. Yeah.
What do you think of My Life in Gaming, the
Oh, they're really good. I don't really watch much YouTube, so I'm not like caught up to date, but their stuff is super professional. Like crazy over the top professional. Like I'm jealous professional. Yeah, they're good. Yeah.
Why is it always a Ubisoft game?
Assassin's Creed Unity. It just was so boring. Actually, any Assassin's Creed after Assassin's Creed 4 and Rogue was just so boring. Yeah.
What's your favorite video that you've made?
My favorite video that I've made? The zombie one that I did recently I was really proud of, and the horse riding one where I actually rode a horse I was pretty proud of. So those are my two recent ones. I spent quite a few days on both of those. The zombie one I wrote like a 12-page script, which I never do, and was insufferable and full of spelling mistakes. I'm so glad no one else got to read that other than me. Huh?
So not your fake direct?
My fake direct was fun, but I wasn't inherently proud of it. Proud that I fooled 500,000 people, but other than that. People got so mad at me for that. And my tier list. They got stupidly mad at me. Screw Xenoblade. Yeah.
Do you, Kim, have a co-op game you'll play?
Cuphead. We're trying to work through Cuphead. Slowly but surely. We tried doing Yoshi, but we got really annoyed at each other because that game is just a constant eating each other and then losing eggs and then like jumping on each other's backs without meaning to, and it's just you can't coexist in that game. So we gave up on that one. Yeah.
Will you play Battle for Bikini Bottom on the Switch?
Yes. Next. Yeah.
What's your favorite movie?
Yes. Next. Yeah. Back to the Future. Yeah.
If you were going to have lunch with anyone, living or dead, who would you want?
Someone say me? Sam. Next. Yeah. What Mario game? Odyssey. Let's just keep doing this. Next. Yeah. I just did that one. Next. No, which one? Which you pick one? What game do we like to play? We liked playing. We didn't really play Let's Go Together. Well, I mean, like we did because we played next to each other, and that was adorable. Yeah, we play Pokemon Go all the time. We got to go for walks and spin stops and catch Pokemon. I hatched a shiny Umbreon. Well, I didn't hatch it. I evolved a shiny Umbreon the other day. It's a proud moment in my life. Next. Yeah. Xenoblade. Resident Evil 2 was creepy both back in the day and the remake. They did a good job of making that feel eerie again. Yeah.
Favorite Lego game?
Batman. Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the new Star Wars game?
I saw like 10 seconds, but it looked awesome before this started. Are you up, my man? Is it time?
You got a few minutes. I have a question.
Yes, Boogie, what's your question?
What are you doing after this panel, and can it be me?
Wow. Well, kids, put the candy in your ears, I guess. Yeah, sure, absolutely.
Awesome.
Let's do lunch. Yes.
Have you played Mother 3?
Yeah, no. Sorry. Next. Yeah, take it. There's no... Yes. Hey! Shh. Can't hate your brother, man.
Never.
Yeah. Have I played Dragon Ball? Yeah, all of them. I love them. All billion of them. There's a lot of those, actually. Yeah.
What's your favorite genre of video games?
No. Not even close. You say wrestling? No. Probably hack and slash. It's just like mindless fun like that. And they always have such quirky stories. Like Devil May Cry and Bayonetta and Lollipop Chainsaw. It's always just fun. Let's do like 3 more really quick questions. Yes.
What's the funniest or most entertaining comment you've received on like one of your videos?
Xenoblade's a good game. Next. Yes. Mario Kart 8 is literally the only racing game I'll play. I cannot stand racing games. No, I cannot stand racing games. Do you race in it? Okay, well, maybe it's half a good game then. Yes?
What's your opinion on Resident Evil Biohazard?
Biohazard?
Yes.
Isn't that like the Japanese version of Resident Evil? Am I missing something? There's 7? Oh, scary. I couldn't get through. Honestly, I played it in VR. So I got into the house and up the stairs, and then I saw some lady in like a back room, and I was like, no, absolutely not. Am I playing this anymore? So that's my opinion on that game. Where's Boogie gone?
Right, dude.
Like 6 more minutes.
Oh, gee, really?
Yeah,
You got 6 minutes.
Jeez, okay. All right, let's keep going. You've done great on the questions so far. I don't know if I've done
Feel
great.
free to do my panel for me too, because these people like you way more than they like me. Hell, I like you more than I like you.
I don't think that's true. I think a lot of these people that are pulling into the back that weren't here 10 minutes ago are here for someone else. And it's not me, it's this guy. That's my horrible Francis
That was
impression.
actually pretty good.
No, no one laughed. I'm moving on. Yeah,
What's your thoughts on Tetris 99?
it's amazing. It made Kim pick up her Switch and actually put it on charge again to play the Switch past Let's Go. So yeah, it's pretty good. Next. Yes.
What do you think of that Death Stranding collector's edition with the fetus?
I have it pre-ordered and I can't wait for my life-size baby to come in the mail. Next. Yes.
So what's a company you wish was making Nintendo Switch games?
Oh, that's a really interesting question, but I don't know how to answer. Rockstar, so we can get more open world kind of games. Next.
Are you more excited for Sword and Shield or Battle for Bikini Bottom?
Just Sword and Shield. I'm excited for Battle Bikini Bottom, but like, Sword and Shield, man. Look at that Wooloo action going on. Did you have a question? You can ask one. Glasses, hair, really awesome goatee. I'm sorry, talking to you. You could have one. Fine, I'll ask you one. How's your day going? It's great, man.
Usual question.
You got what, huh?
I said I found a game I've been looking for.
Oh yeah, what game?
Nobody likes it, but take most of your start.
Oh, I like it. Awesome. Cool. I feel like we've connected. Patrick!
So you're on a deserted island. You can only play one game the rest of your life. What would it be?
I'm gonna make my own game. It's your face. And just like a punching bag. And I just get to hit it again and again and again. And I have the best time on that island for like 10 years.
It's okay, it's be more fun than Breath of the Wild because Even Play 2 is better in my opinion.
Oh. There's 2 punching gloves. And it's just constant. Yeah.
Good.
Well, if you have one.
Yeah, any new YouTubers that you're looking forward to collaborate in the future?
Boogie.
Oh, yay!
Because we haven't done that yet.
Let's do it right now.
Okay. I don't know how. I didn't bring my cameras, my lights are at home. It's like 4 hours away. Yeah.
Who's your main in Smash?
Young Link. Young Link? Anyone? No? Yeah. Yeah, absolutely Patrick from SpongeBob. He lives under a rock and everything. That's why I haven't heard from him since last Houston Retropalooza. Yeah. Anyone else? Anyone else? We had questions? Let's do. That's really funny, apparently. That, and then you, and then yeah, I think we're good. And then you again. No. No. There's so many. I don't know. Man, on the spot. Favorite internet meme. What's my favorite one? What do we laugh at all the time? Is there a good one? I know it's so hard on the spot to think of a meme. What's your favorite one, sir? Neon Cat? That's a good one. That's retro. I like any of Keanu Reeves, just like period. But his wall face is like really good. You know, apparently, fun fact, in the John Wick movies, every time someone says the name John Wick to someone, apparently, and I haven't gone back and like confirmed this, but their reaction is always, oh, or something like that, and then they like continue talking, and apparently it's a reference to that meme. Apparently there's a lot of references in that movies to like Keanu memes, and The Matrix in general, which I'm sure you guys got the guns, lots of guns reference. That one was my favorite. Yeah.
Would you rather see a Budokai 3 or a Budokai Tenkaichi 3 remastered for the Switch?
I mean, is the first one remastered for the Switch? Are they both the same?
One or the other.
Oh, Oh, okay. Either because I don't know the difference. Sorry. Next. Are we done? Oh yeah, it was you.
What is your favorite YouTube video?
Any that Boogie makes.
No.
And with that, Boogie, everybody! Thank you all so much. I hope that wasn't too insufferable. I never know what to say. There is so much more candy here. No.
Disgusting.